Yo, so like I just have one more for this glitch in the matrix thing. So like for channel 13 here, um I I brought up like explicitly like the impetus is on you, the onus is on you, the pressure is on channel 2, channel 8, channel 11, channel 13, channel 26. Like this is what I'm gonna say. Don't make me uncomfortable, but I've been demanding, like channel 11. I've been demanding Kim Castro engage what I'm saying. She can clearly see I can do lightning stuff, and she's either harassing me or part of my harem. If she's not here by the end of the day, we're gonna have a fucking problem. That's what I'm saying. Like when I'm talking about the cancer thing, Super Bowl winner dead at 38 after battling cancer, and I've you can explicitly see the thing going on around me when I'm saying these things that something's trying to give me cancer, and it's like when it's trying to give me cancer, it's like reflecting back off me and hitting other people and hitting the people that are trying to give me cancer and stuff. Is he trying to give me cancer? I'm not saying that, but I am trying to say that like I think all the cancer stuff actively in the increase in cancer and everything is what I'm saying. It literally matches. I would even say you could probably study the rise in Islam and like compare it with the rise in cancer, and I bet you would see that there's a statistical like some kind of correlation. I'm not kidding. So, for MD Anderson Cancer Center here in Houston, Texas, this is not a joke. I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not like this isn't like Matt being haha funny or whatever. There is no joke. There's no end to what I'm saying if you don't end what like with what I'm saying. If you don't end the cancer that is Islam and like uh, I'm 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 sick of seeing people like I don't like death. I don't like death. I don't want to see death on people. I just want to see death and whatever's associated with death go away, and then there be a kingdom of heaven where we live forever. Death doesn't bother us. There's no sadness because we have as much resources. Like people aren't fucking with the resources. I'm in control. I have all the control of everything, and Jesus slash Yahweh gave me the control, so nobody's questioning it, and you can see it, and you can see how it's played out. All right, and then I use that appropriately, and we like using wisdom and wise counsel. We actually like hey, did something try to snare me? Like, I don't know, the news around here because they're participating in the harassment seemingly, and like all the money could be tracked. You know what I mean? And like what's crazy is the AI is so powerful now already, and it has been for a while. But it's like even just the public like Grok is so powerful now that if it just had the access to all your like to the metadata and whatever, it just knows every like you what you're doing does not escape it. You know what I mean? So and it hasn't for a while. So like especially when I'm like backing and verifying what I'm seeing and what's going on with I'm backing it. There's a tint of testimony, right? I'm not kidding when I say that. And it's like it's a tint that exists so that death itself goes away. Cuz death itself is just some asshole with enough power to operate in the chaos as like the biggest shark or snake or something, the biggest dragon. And it's like, well, Yahweh's actually way bigger than you, but like, to get the Christ body together, I guess, or how about this? The Christ body is actually a giant, like, Megazord fighting robot thing, but like, to get it together is difficult because Abrahamic religion has been, like, the idea of God, of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Joseph, and whatever, has been so poisoned by this Arab rape religion called Islam. Submit or die, and a lot of it has to do with sexuality. That's why I say it's a rape religion. Don't fucking argue with me on that one. Look, even as I'm talking about the Mecca rape religion thing, and then look, Mecca, right? But I hey, 20 grand. Um, I saw that said why Nor like so like how about this? Like I see Nor here, who's again, probably one of my daughters. And like, again, within the narrative that I have all the videos of this, all the evidence. Her people's place, her like she's let's see what maybe it explicitly says where they're from. In 2016, she became the first hijab-wearing Muslim woman to appear fully clothed in an issue of Playboy. Well, why don't you come and not be fully clothed and come and join and get on my OnlyFans, Nor? Um, and Adam Kafif can be a sweet, coupleted boy. Um, but like I'd have to go back and find the exact maybe she says where exactly where. City of Derna. Okay, it's Derna. Yeah. So like it's not as if there isn't a connection between Nora and I, and like again, the women that are like connected to me, you can track these the events like the storm and crazy whatever, not just the women, but like the things that are connected to me, you can track the storm stuff and how like it picks up, and like all of a sudden a freak like thing happens over the city that Nora's from, and then 50,000 people or something die from a crazy storm thing. I mean, come on. And earthquake stuff and volcanic stuff, like what happened in the earthquake, because that happened around at the time I believe there's an earthquake in Morocco, if I remember that correct, or maybe I'm I just like so much has happened in the past 7 years, and I've just been recording it as much as I can, and not all of it has gotten on my YouTube, but very clearly there is like the narrative clearly follows what's going on with me, you know what I'm saying? And like I just like as far as like Nor, just like I keep saying with Dua Lipa, if Nor came and like just got on my OnlyFans, Islam, I'm pretty sure we could collapse Islam, and she saves a lot of women being abused, and she saves a lot of um like heartbreak and evil that gets brought on people because the knockoff, because Islam is a knockoff religion. Allah is a cheap knockoff of Yahweh, and like whoever's operating the Allah machine is bringing death on people, and it's a problem. And there's no life in it, none. It's just a cheap imitation of life, and you know what I mean. I'm demanding when I'm saying here, and I'm talking about the news and stuff. Like I've already set it up. So to the news, I'm demanding that you take some kind of action, right? But I've already like I've set it up so that if the news here in Houston, Texas, actually engages what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like like there's already enough women in certain places where it's like, well, if you're with me, if Nor was with me on this, I'm I believe like legitimately we could collapse Islam, and all of those men get in super big trouble, and it's like we're actually done with Islam. Um, but if she doesn't, it's an example of like she's not even really a Muslim when you look at her behavior. Same thing with like Bella Hadid and like Simi Hayes and a lot of the popular kind of Muslim Arab whatever ish women. They don't behave in that way, but then they try to import their religion, which dictates how people behave. So they take advantage of the freedom that Christianity provides here in the United States of America, right? And then they explicitly try to undermine that and assert in their own religion, which strips them and other women of those same things. You know what I mean? So, like, Nor, you have every opportunity to actually do something good with your life and help women and not be a shithead and like you know make things right. It's not like also I haven't reached out for years. So like you're caught in this whether you actually want to engage me or not. So my point is, why don't you?
Thinking because intuition makes you feel uncomfortable. Fantasy doesn't.
You gotta say that again. Intuition makes you feel uncomfortable.
Fantasy.
How do you know when it's truly intuition and not wishful thinking?
Because intuition makes you feel uncomfortable. Fantasy doesn't.
Now you gotta say that again. Intuition makes you feel uncomfortable.
Fantasy.
Hey, look, cats are kings. Am I just a cat? All right. But this is what I'm talking about. Like covering Islamophobia. How about we cover how Islam, which came hundreds and hundreds of years after Christianity, is Christ phobic. And that Christ phobia, because Christ is someone who is for women, but Muhammad is not. Muhammad is an abuser of women and an abuser of black people and a slaver. He enslaved black people and he had sex slaves. And Aisha was like a 9-year-old girl and she didn't want him. You know what I mean? He's just a fucking old lecherous rapist. So like none of these issues do these Arab women that want to be westernized but like want to import their rape religion that causes problems for everybody. None of these women actually like have to engage this problem because the news and whatever I guess is big. They slowly think that they can pay off the news and the people and stuff and like not have any kind of consequences for acting like shitheads and for importing their rape religion. That's what Islam is. It's a rape religion. Submit or die. The submission inherently is sexual for the women, so it's a rape religion. That is what it is. I know the Quran better than you do. If you know the Quran better than me, I know the Bible better than you, and how the Quran is a complete fucking knockoff of it. So I don't care what you have to say about the Bible or the Quran, but explicitly I don't care what you have to say about the Quran because it's worthless. But my point with it is they claim to follow the Quran and they don't even follow it. They don't do what it says. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, as far as like Palestine doesn't exist in the Quran. There ain't no Palestine in the Quran. It's not mentioned one time. So why are these Muslims killing people over it? You know what I mean? All of it's just fake bullshit. It's just a bunch of Arabs trying to steal the world from, I'm going to suggest me. So, like, drop your rape religion. And Arab means mixed. So I'm going to say this. I think I'm a mixed person. And these are just mixed people from the Middle East trying to use their rape mecca to steal my mixed people machine here in the United States. And I don't like it. And it's causing death and destruction on all mankind. And so I'm telling the truth, you silly Arab idiots. Yeah, we're as mixed as you are. I'm as mixed as you are. I'm just very light. But like, you can't fool me with your bullshit, and you're actually gonna have to engage what I'm saying on a logical level. Yeah, it's like the whole just getting enraged because I'm speaking whatever about your perception of your own race or whatever or ethnicity is like absurd against the fact of how much of an obvious and just like fucking problem Islam is. What a poison it is. So for all these women, you know what I mean? Like, or I guess are they women? Hassan Minaj, he's not. But so this is what I'm saying to him as well. Like, why are, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are y'all here in the West? Go away. You know what I mean? If this is the kind of bullshit you're going to import, and they try to make it seem like it's compatible, but it's not. It is not compatible. So, if cats are king, well, I'm the king cat. I'm the lion of the tribe of Judah, Yoda. You know the Jews that you guys don't like? Yo, I'm daddy, and like you're fucking with me and you're causing me problems, and I'm tired of it. So I want these people. I want this engaged. I want some kind of engagement on this. Absolutely. I'm manifesting and praying that Yahweh, Jesus, Yahweh, in the name of Jesus and Yahweh, does something uh, around Noor Tagouri or like with Noor or to Noor, like very obviously some kind of act of God to get Noor to realize or recognize like You are a problem with what you are saying and doing if you don't engage me immediately and end it. I'm going to suggest you're a literal threat to the United States of America, and that, like, the Muslims are using these women as, like, a, as subversive, like, lying witches, and because the men are just wizards. So, I mean, that's the whole point. Again, the symbol is literally the fucking crescent moon wizard witchcraft symbol. You know what I mean? Like, don't be idiots. They're just Arab witches and wizards. So, are you an Arab witch? Well, I'll put it like this: if the Arab witches are coming here, the white, black, Mexican, like, mech witches or whatever are looking at the Arab witches, and you're fucking with their system, and it's they don't like it, because that's actually what's going on. Like, and it's fucking with me. It's causing me problems, and it's hurting me physically. And I can see I'm demanding, because it's like a chain. It's like a chain of dominoes. Any one of the things that I say happens like that, and it just knocks over the whole chain. And, like, the house of cards that they created to, like, take over my reality collapses. And, like, then we can actually go to a place that is, things don't die. You know what I mean? Like, but whatever they're telling you about not dying, you can only get there if you steal it away, and then inherently in a system that you would have that would, like, work well, that system would ultimately recursively go back and try to fix it. And so, like, even if, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't work. Like, what I'm saying is just valid to the point. It is a reality in a universal reality, even beyond a universal reality. Yahweh overcame the universe. So it's like a beyond that. All right. Anyway, have a blessed one. Catch you next time. Later. Yeah.